So tonight we're going to make some tuna melts. I call this one the Bill Lockman Jr. Tuna Melte. So I already made my mixture. I added 2 cans of tuna, a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. I did a couple little spritzes of this hot sauce. This is the Chihuahua, and I just did like 1, 2, 3. And then I just did a little bit of lemon juice. And of course, red crushed pepper, because you're not a Lockman if you don't use red crushed pepper. I'm not a Lockman, but it's fine. So then what you do is, so I don't have butter that's spreadable because I am poor. I just have margarine, that stuff. And so I cut a little sliver, enough to clog your artery is like the good amount, and then you put it in the pan and let it melt, and then you take your mixture and pour it on your tuna mixture and pour it onto the bread. Once that's evenly spread, you'll want to add a little bit of cheese. It's easy to use sliced cheese, but I only have shredded because, again, touching on the last part, I am poor. So I'm just going to do like a small handful of cheese. And then you just take that and put it right inside your pan there with the melted butter. You want to make sure your heat is on low or medium low, because you don't want it to cook too fast, because it will fry your bread, not cook the fillings. So now we just let it cook. Okay, so then you want to come back to it periodically and check and see how the bottom is looking. Again, it cooks pretty fast. This one's still a little soggy from, all that butter. So that's just gonna fry a little bit longer. So basically you want to cook it until your pan starts to sound like World War III, and then you know it's done. In between the cooking, you could also do the dishes, or you can just leave them for a week. It's up to you. It's still looking a little soggy. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. While we're waiting for this to finish, we'll just go to commercial. Now let's just check this bad boy. Oh yeah, she's ready. So then once she's ready, I'm not skilled enough to use one spatula to flip, so I just grab a second spatula. If you're a beginner like me, you just take that second little guy, and then you use the other one for support and go push it. Well, something like that. If some falls out, you just pick up the other piece of bread and put it back in there. It's fine. It's good. So as you can hear possibly on your end, it's starting to sound like World War III. That's how I knew it was done. Okay, so now you just wait a couple minutes for that other end. This one doesn't take as long because my pan's a little hotter. There's a little less butter, So while that's waiting, you just get a plate. And if you want to cut them in the shape of stars, I suggest having like a star cookie cutter, and you just like, okay. And then again, like last time, you just want to check the bottom. A couple times. back in the bottom again. And she's done. You want to cook it until it's a little dark, because sometimes a little darkness tastes great. So then you just take your plate and just slide it right on there. And then you serve it to the men, because men can't cook. And then what you do next is you clean up after them. So. Thank you for watching today's episode. I have to refilm my exit tro. Thank you for watching this Thank you for watching this week's episode. I look forward to seeing you next week.